were a couple games I had in a youth tournament not so far back. And we're just going to start with the first game I had, which was a great attacking game for me. And truly, it was wonderful. I might be a bit off with my analysis, but my very quick analysis, because it is like 2:30 a.m. when I'm recording this. This was meant to be recorded earlier, and I did record it earlier. The audio was just terrible, so I decided to re-record it. So it's a bit later than what it should be, but I'm here. But let's start off with the first game I had. It was against a 1500, and it started e4, e5, and we just got into a good old Italian. I played knight f6. Here they decided to throw it into a4 knights, and it's a very respectful opening, but oftentimes a draw. And after d3, I play bishop g4, and after bishop g5, I have the immediate knight d4, putting pressure on the pinned piece, pp on the pp, and I would go on to get a good attack. But I played a reactionary move here, and I attacked this bishop, which isn't bad per se, because after takes, knight here, queen here, you suddenly do lose a lot of your defenders, and you immediately have to start pushing for this. If you don't, let's see, you play pawn here playing for this, you immediately lose knight d4. But at the h6, they played bishop d2. And now get knight d4 anyway. And now h3 is too late, and I take it, take back, I take the pawn. They move the rook out of danger, and I play knight h5. And now there's just queen here, and I'm gonna go make the king. So here they respond king h2, I go queen h4. They go back to g1, and I play queen g3, check. The pawn cannot take because it's pinned by the bishop, and I'm gonna mate on g2. That was a good first game, but now I'm gonna hop on to the second game. It's not my most favorite of the whole games, and I can only remember the opening and then the end game, but I'm gonna go over it anyway. So now we go on to this one, where we start off with d4, d5, e4, a black mardemer, and we get into this very good fear line. I play h3, takes. Now knight c6 is a mistake, because I immediately respond with bishop b5. Queen d6, and I play bishop f4, a miss, because now there's queen check, and king f7, king f2 might be the best move. But it's a very uncomfortable position. I would not want to play bishop e5, even though I have to. It's just not really my kind of style of positional move here, because there might be knight back now. But he responds to bishop f4 with queen d7, immediately giving me d5, which I should have played a move earlier. Now long castles, I take the knight, takes back with pawn, I take with the bishop, and queen to d4. And now I have a tactic. A very quick tactic, a very useful tactic. I play bishop b7 check, king to b8, because if you go here, you get checkmated. And now I sacrifice my bishop. Brilliant move. And the point is, I'm just gonna go and have a bishop for a queen. And it might say draw here, but that's just because it doesn't recognize this as a win. Now I don't remember the middle game, because it was a mess, absolute mess. I gave way too many chances. It was not a good middle game, like at max 60 accuracy. It was not a good middle game, but we ended up in this position. And in this position, I am, in fact, winning. It's +3. If it was white to move. But it's not, it's black to move. And with black to move, this is a draw. And I calculated that he was going to go here. And then he shocked me when he went king to d6. And I immediately get queen a6, king here, I take this. And now, the other disrespect, I don't have to care about the bishop. I move around, I give this check, I play king here, I take king here, I play queen here, bishop here now. And now this here, bishop here, and I checkmate him. Very beautiful game, especially in the start. But I did have a very messy middle game where I somehow ended up losing both my rooks. I ended up somehow losing both my rooks, which is crazy to believe, but I did on this file. Truly, the middle game disappointed me, but this beautiful start was something. And now we're gonna go over my favorite game from the tournament, and it was this one. Now this was against a player called Hanesh, a very strong player. Start out with d4, knight f6, knight c3, d5, and I play e4. Now this is trying to go for a black Martimer setup with f3 after pawn takes. But the annoying thing about this position is that he can take here. This is an annoying position. I mean, I don't have much, but he plays e5, an inaccuracy because I just take it. I spent a little bit of time thinking about if I could take it, and I could. Now I play here. I noticed right after playing here that I should have played here, because after takes, there's this, and it doesn't actually get that annoying. But then after this, I play f4 now, and it's a mistake because you sacrifice knight. I take back, you take here. I play rook here, attacking the pawn. You defend it, and I play knight e2, and he blunders. Bishop c5. And this immediately allows me to sacrifice my rook. Plays bishop b4 check, and now I can go back with the rook. And after takes, this is suddenly a winning position. The computer wants to take with the king, which I find is crazy. Like, I find to go for this position to be crazy. Because these pawns are, like, ready to shoot down. If this pawn gets... If I lose these two pawns, he's definitely winning. But I played a reflex move, as it's called, where I react to the move instead of calculating. And I play c3. Huge blunder. Because I give away this pawn. Now he's a pawn up. He's here. And I just attacked the pawn. Now he went back with the king, which I can't really explain why he did, but I went here, and now you have to go king here as a move. But then I would suddenly go here, and no matter where you go, I pick up another pawn. Like, but the masters at my club was saying was to run all the way over here. But apparently you don't. I think I can take this pawn. Yeah, and then after rook here, you're not really scared. You just don't really get any scared. You get a free pass pawn here. Like, you have two pieces, so this pawn is never going to be a nuisance. But, yeah. That's not what he played. No, he played king e7, and I played bishop c5, the best move. And then rook d7, the best move. The only good moves in the position. Now he plays b6, attacking my bishop, and I play bishop d4. He plays king over, and I take another pawn. And I take this pawn. Because I noticed that I want to get to f7. He gives a check, I play king here. He gives him a check, I play king here. He takes a pawn, I take a pawn. And I notice you can't take that pawn. That's a very poisonous pawn, because I play check. I play this rook quite move free. And after check, I move down with the king, up with the king, over with the king, and over with the king. I can't go here because then I get mated. And now after this, if you play this move, you get mated. This is a forced mate. After takes, you can't stop mate here, so you have to give check, and you can't stop it. You can't stop mate there. But I took it. I took the pawn. Which I realized immediately was a mistake. Because another thing I can do is I can run towards the rook. After this. Suddenly this rook is stuck. Because you're threatening mate. You can't play rook there. So it's just best to fully ignore this pawn, play it down, and then run around and get yourself into safety. But I'm still winning. Because here, I play knight d4, and I'm winning a rook. A rook here, I play king here. Threatening mate, you have to sack. I take here, you take here, I take here. Can't win anymore there. So after this, bishop takes. You take. No, you apparently play rook here. And now I'm just gonna play bishop there, to be honest. Yeah, bishop here as well, and you have a mate in 19. But I, in all of my glory, play king g4. And it's just the started off with king h1, knight c3. Another one where I would say it's a mistake. I can still play for knight here, or knight here. But the problem is, in this position, after knight c3, rook g1, I have to play king f5. I have to realize I need to play king f5. And I play king f3. And now it's over to a draw. I managed to somehow draw a winning position. Rook takes g5, bishop takes g5, king g6, king g4, h5, king h4, and I offered a draw, and he accepted it. And that's how I managed to draw my winning game. And I got kinda sad over me drawing this completely one position, especially because this tactic, this legendary king run, as some people would put it, of running the king to a4 to respond with b5 and b4, and then running the king up even further. It would have been beautiful. It would have been one that I would put in my favorites book, but I ended up not doing that and then playing king f3 half-mindedly. I thought this pawn was actually kind of strong, but after this, I don't really have anything. Yeah, I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.